Hey world, how are you? This is Ramon. Now we're in Leroy,
New York.
Leroy, New York, and this is the historical center for the town.
This is the Historical Society.
And happens to be the birthplace of Jell-O. And we have Jim here from the Jell-O Gallery.
Yes.
And we just went through a phenomenal recap on the history of Jell-O. But when we were done, there's three very big marketing points and takeaways that I got that I'd love to ask you about. So first of all, a little bit before 1900, we have, and that was, help me with that, Pearl Waite.
Pearl Waite.
Figures out, you know, the original formula for Jell-O, and he actually developed a snack before snack was invented. You were telling us.
Before Jell-O, there were no instant foods or snack foods, so this was the birth of both of those.
So his challenge was going to be trying to sell something that didn't exist before.
That's
and
correct.
I kind of come fast forward to today thinking it's kind of trying to sell social media or trying to sell Twitter or trying to sell the use of things that nobody has ever used before.
You don't understand.
So for 2 years he knocked himself silly having a great product that he couldn't move, that no one wanted to buy. So what did he do? He was approached by Order,
who offered him $450 for the exclusive rights.
Okay, so he sells it. At that time, Order, he was a successful salesman.
He was a successful businessman used to selling food products and patented medicines.
For 2 years, he was also challenged. I mean, not for 2 years, but for about a year, he was also challenged.
Yes,
He
could not sell it.
He could not sell it. So what did he try and do?
Oh, he offered it to his foreman for $35.
And did the foreman say, "Here you go, keep the change"?
His foreman said, "You can't sell it. What makes you think I can?" And he turned it down.
Okay, so he turned it down. So now I'm trying to get myself into the mind of Order, thinking he's probably got a warehouse full of this awesome product that no one's buying. Then what did he do?
Well, he thought about it, and he said, you know, I've got all this product. I've just got to make sure people know what it is and how good it is. So he basically puts together a sales force and tells them to go out and give it away.
Oh, so go door to door.
Go door to door, and one door they would give a package of Jell-O, the next door they would give a recipe book. So you've got the women talking about it across the yards and saying, hey, I've got a recipe book here. And one person said, well, I've got the product here. And
created conversation.
Created the conversation and the interest in the product.
Now, world, you know how I've always said how I can't make any money selling pizzas for $1, but I can make a ton of money off the conversation it generates. Back then, the other marketing executives and brainchilds of the industry were probably looking at him saying, you can't make any money giving product away.
They were telling him that he was flat out crazy, that he was making a product and then you're giving it away. You can't do that.
You can't do that. So what happened after that?
Within 6 years, he goes from no sales at all to $1 million annually.
I guess he kind of broke the mold, so to speak, with the Jell-O. So there is a phenomenal story there with regards to marketing, with regards to introducing. Basically, I always tell people you have to get a couple of things. In word of mouth marketing, you want to get people to talk about your stuff. And one way to get people to talk about your stuff, you have to get it into their hands. And you have to show them what they can do with it, which would have been the recipe books.
Exactly.
And yet introduce, you know, what pain or what can this product do to alleviate or make things easier on me, and which would have been the instant cooking, the instant baking, the snack food in between meals. The other takeaway with this was regards to a logo. So we could spin the camera around.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about it.
That's Elizabeth King. Her father, Franklin King, was an illustrative artist for a New York City advertising company that came up with the slogan that Jell-O is the dainty dessert.
Jell-O is the dainty dessert.
And Franklin was put in charge of illustrating daintiness.
Okay.
He was having a terrible problem doing that, as you can imagine, you know, go draw me a picture of daintiness. He's having all kinds of problems. He tried a number of things. He wasn't happy with it. He's sitting at home one evening. His 4-year-old daughter's playing on the floor in front of him, and it just pops into his mind. There is my illustration for daintiness. And
so the answer, now this is what I love about live stuff, is how even your phone can ring in the middle of a video. But the whole thing is sometimes here is that when we feel like we're stuck in a rut, open your eyes, pay attention. By him opening his eyes, paying attention, it was clear as day to him.
Exactly.
The solution was staring at him in the form of his 4-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And what can I say? The rest is the rest is absolute history.
Yes.
Recently, what is the biggest sale or transaction of the company? So they tried to sell it. They sold it first for $450. Right. He then tried to offload the company for $35. We took the company 6 years later to sales of $1 million. But recently, the most recent acquisition.
The string of history for the company is that his eldest son sold the company to Post Cereal in 1925 for over $66 million, which in today's terms would be about $1 billion.
$1 billion. Yes. From one thought, and it all started with one recipe and one thought. So world, businesses today are really striving to see what's next and what's forward. Let's just repeat history. Repeat what people have been doing since day one. Get people to talk about your product, have it alleviate a pain, be smart on selling it, and educate the consumer. Wow. If you are ever in Leroy, New York, come check out Jim, the Jell-O Museum, and all these other interesting facts about this powerful town. One of the places where even Henry Ford got a speeding ticket.
He got a speeding ticket here, yes. He did.
World, thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate your time. Both of us are out of here.